Hi, my name's Isaac, and I'm here at the New York International Auto Show, and this is the all-new 2026 Hyundai Palisade XRT Pro, the new off-road variant of the new Palisade. And this has quite a cool and unique look, not only on the exterior, but also on the interior. So today I'm going to give you guys a quick walk around here at the auto show, show you some of the new features and some of its quirks. So for starters, you'll have these new LED headlight, daytime running light combination, and boy, is that interesting looking. I love that Hyundai has gone and said, let's just make the most futuristic, wild looking cars and see if it sticks. And honestly, I think it lands here. I think this is a very good looking SUV that fits in with some of the competitors, especially in the off-road scene. I like how Hyundai's kind of taken their dive into the off-road variants with their cars here. You can see you'll get two front recovery hooks, you'll have a front camera right here, and it still fits within Hyundai's corporate kind of design language of their family of vehicles. I can tell this is a Hyundai even if you took the badge off. Now here you'll have some pretty cool wheels with the XRT logo in here. You'll see this XRT logo on a lot of this car, and I'll show you all the badges as we go. But you'll have a blacked out mirror cap, blind spot monitoring, camera incorporated into it, and then you'll also have a black set of door handles, that plastic kind of off-roady feel. And down here, it also says XRT on the fender cladding, which is fun. And then moving to the rear, I really like the tail lights. They're a cool design as well. It says Palisade back here, and you guessed it, it says XRT Pro again. And then you also get two rear recovery hooks, which is neat and not something I see too often. So I appreciate that Hyundai incorporated that in. You'll have parking sensors, and then opening up the rear here, gonna take a smidge. There is a decent amount of room back here with a third row up. You still have some pretty good space. Class competitive for sure, but of course if you fold the third row down, you get even more space. Speaking of space, let's talk about the interior because it's pretty space futuristic themed. If you thought the outside was unique, wait till you see this thing. I'll meet you around the other side. Here we are in the interior of the Palisade XRT Pro. This, as I said, is super futuristic-y. For starters, this is your shifter right here. Your push-button start is also on this column. So you put your foot on the brake, push-button start, and then you turn this to get into drive. You turn it to go into reverse, and then you press for park. Very unique. Hyundai started to develop that on a few of its vehicles recently, but it's very cool. Also, this steering wheel right here is very interesting as well. You'll have paddle shifters up here, but it almost feels like they've sort of condensed the buttons to the top part of the steering wheel up here. Then you'll have a sensor here for the self-driving. You also have this sort of cockpit, spaceshipy design for the center armrest. This does open up right here. You get some storage space, but you'll have your wireless charging right here, two cup holders, 3 USB-Cs, and then a little bit more standard climate control setup here. I believe what this will do is this will turn on this screen and you'll be able to adjust your climate controls from there. And then you have two screens here, one for the infotainment, one for the just driver display, and then just absolutely fascinating. Not a lot of power here, so I can't go through a lot of the menus, but it does just have a very cool and quirky design. Cameraman John, that's my cameraman, and I will leave a link to his channel in the description. We've come here together, and so he'll also be posting content. If you could look to the door here, even that handle is very unique. You just don't see stuff like that. It's sort of a simplistic, minimalist design, but I love it. And it says XRT right here and XRT right here. They will not let you forget that you have now purchased an XRT. One thing I do wish this had was a fully panoramic moonroof. It does have just like a regular sunroof, which is always nice, but I do wish it had that. And then also your camera buttons right here are like incorporated, and your drive mode and terrain selector just like into this like button layout. It's so fun to see how quirky this is. And so let's take a look at the back seats really quick. Let's see if they're as quirky. We're here in the back seats. This is weird. This is a little bit weird. So this is, again, very spaceshipy. You'll have your 12-volt right here. You don't see a lot of the circular design. You have 2 USB-Cs right here in the back of the seats, and you don't just get like a little pouch. This whole thing kind of comes out, and this also opens up in here to give you a little storage tray, and that goes way further than you thought it would, but it does, it goes. And you have some pretty nice second row seats. I also like, they give you this kind of mountain texture here. Again, to remind you, why are you driving on the pavement? Drive in the mountains. You have an XRT Pro, come on. And then up here, you actually have the buttons for your climate controls. That's not super abnormal to have the climate control buttons up here, but it has heated seats up there too, which is kind of fun. I mean, the heated seats are down here, but the button is up there, and I think that's what's fun. And they give you kind of these off-roady, kind of like grippy tire-looking climate vents back here, which is another neat little detail. You're not gonna really be able to see it. I'm gonna hop into the third row, and I'm gonna identify if there's anything really fun back here. So for starters, a couple of cup holders, USB-C. You don't get a ton of leg room back here, but it is a third row in an SUV. It's kind of to be expected. But it is decently spaced. Yeah, but this is the new Hyundai Palisade XRT Pro. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And remember, no matter what vehicle you drive, I hope it lasts you a long time and it serves you well. Jesus loves you. Take care.